If I had a tip for you and a strategy that could help you to save your relationship or your marriage, would you be interested in hearing that? Well, listen on. Let's go. Hello, everybody. This is Catherine Van der Stage coming at you with a story and a question, as I like to do. But my story today is actually going to be a little bit of teaching for you about the 3 words that any relationship needs. Now, today is a very special day for me. It is my 15-year wedding anniversary. I've been married to an amazing man who is a total supporter, and I wouldn't be where I am today without his help, my drive, his help, his support. But what I'm going to teach you this morning has fundamentally helped us to stay together. There have been periods that haven't been easy. There have been periods where I honestly thought we weren't going to make it. But my tip for you today is one of the key things for how we made it through. And it is these 3 words that I have for you, and that is connect with me. Now, in our lives, we get so busy and we get so into our agenda and what we need to do and what we need to achieve. And when you need to have a conversation with somebody, whether that's your partner or whether that's your children or whether that might even be someone at work, maybe it's your boss, if that person is in their own task and doing what they need to do and you just come and interrupt, you're likely to not get the answer or the response that you are hoping for. So here's a little tip that we integrated probably about, I'm going to say about 8 years ago, and it has been life-changing for our relationship as with each other and life-changing for our relationship with our children. And that is, if we need to talk to somebody, if we need to talk to our husband or our kids, we say, can I connect with you? So whether they're at the computer doing a task that they're doing, whether they're on their phone, whether maybe it's the kids and they're watching TV and you really have to ask them something and you just need that information quickly, if they're engrossed in what they're engrossed in, they're not going to give you the attention that you need. Their brain is not primed to respond to you. Their brain is focused on the activity that they are engrossed in at the moment. So how we use this at home, the practical way that we use this is I will go up to my husband and he might be on the computer and I need to ask him something really important and it's only really quickly. I will say to him, can I connect with you? And that lets him know, that lets his brain know that what I need to ask him is important and that he needs to focus on me. And the other way that you can say it is if he is busy with an activity, if the person that you're trying to engage with is busy with an activity, you say to them, can you please let me know when I can connect with you? Again, you're priming their brain for the fact that you have something important. It's important to them, it's important to you, and you need their full attention. Otherwise, what happens is we just continue to talk to our spouses while they're on their phone, and we actually think they're being disrespectful to us. We think that maybe they're just scrolling Facebook or Instagram or playing that stupid game that they play, which actually helps their brain and helps them unwind, but we don't value it. And we think that they're doing it, but actually they might be doing something really important. They might be in their bank looking up a transaction that's bothering them, and that's important to them, but we just put all these assumptions over what they're doing, and we assume that they don't value us, we assume that they don't have time for us, and then we go off and we make all of these stories in our head about what's wrong with our relationship when actually we just haven't asked permission to have a connected conversation. And I guarantee you, if you try this with your partner, if you try this with your children and explain to them, hey, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try this. Can you connect with me? And you start having connected conversations where your brains are both present in that conversation and present in that moment. Just wait and see what happens. Just wait and see how the dynamic changes, how the respect changes, how the frustration levels go down, because you're not asking people things when they're not connected to you and then they forget or it didn't really sink in for them, and then something goes wrong later and you just get so annoyed that they're not listening to you. Connect with me. So look at someone and say, can I connect with you? Look at someone and say, I need to connect with you. This is important. So I want you guys to give that a go. Give it a go for at least a week or 2 with your relationships, and let me know how it goes. And also feel free to reach out if you've got a relationship where you feel like the trust is not there, you feel like you're not honoured, you feel like you're not respected, and you want to start working on that, because I can help you with that. And actually, while we're going to work on that relationship, we're actually going to start with you first. And we're going to look at where you're asking for permission to be heard, where you're asking for permission to be seen, and you're making sure that you're honouring and respecting yourself first. This is all about the voice. For those of you who want to go into the energetics of it, we can go into all about the throat chakra, and we can also talk about your voice and you being heard. And this is something that I've actually coached my husband on, right? Because he was someone who didn't want to upset people, or he didn't want to create a wave. And I've had to coach him over the years about standing up and owning his voice and having connected conversations with me so that we can move through things, and so that we are still married very happily after 15 years. So I hope that resonates. Drop me a love heart below if it does. And remember, if that's something you want some coaching on, if you need some help with some connected conversations with your partner, with your children, then I am able to help you with that. Reach out, let's have a conversation, and everybody stay connected. Bye.